Hello beautiful children, welcome to No Edge. We are in chapter number 3, pair of linear equations in two variables of class 10 CBSE, and we are in exercise number 3.2. The question number is 3. See here, on comparing the ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Here, the given pair of linear equations in two variables, we have to apply these ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2 and find out if they are consistent or not. These equations, only if they give you a solution, they are said to be consistent. Meaning, if they do not give you any solution, then they are inconsistent. In the introduction part, I've told you that there are only 3 conditions that these equations will satisfy while solving them. So, with the help of these, we will work out the equations and see if they are consistent or not. So, the 3 possibilities are, see, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. This is the first possibility. Here, the lines will form. See, the lines formed by the equations will intersect one another. So, they form intersecting lines and they give you a unique solution. The meeting point is the number of solutions. So, they give you a unique solution. Since they give you a solution, they are said to be consistent. Second possibility is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Here, they will form coincident lines. See, one line is formed by the first equation, second line is formed by the second equation overlapping the first one. It means that throughout this area where they overlap, they have infinite number of solutions. So, they are also said to be consistent. The last one is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. These equations will form parallel lines, meaning they will not meet anywhere throughout. So, they do not give you any solution. I told you that when they do not give you any solution, they are inconsistent. So, these kind of equations will be inconsistent. Got it? Now, let's go to the question. So, children, this is the first part. 3x plus 2y is equal to 5. Then 2x minus 3y is equal to 7. This is A1 and A2, this is B1 and B2, this is C1 and C2, as you all know. So, let's try out first. A1 and A2 is 3 by 2, then B1 and B2 is 2 by minus 3. Okay, see, from here itself you are able to understand that they are not equal to one another, because I cannot solve this any further. These are already in their lowest terms. So, this is the final form they can take. So, here it says that they are not equal to one another. And one more thing is, when you see a minus sign in the denominator, what should you be doing? You should move this to the numerator. That's how it has to be. So, here it is going to be like this. 3 by 2 is not equal to minus 2 by 3. This is how it has to be. So, what does this mean? This is A1 and this is A2. This is B1 and B2. It says that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, right? So, see here, it means that they will form intersecting lines where they meet at one point, which is the solution. So, here it means that since they have a unique solution, they are consistent. So, same way these equations will form intersecting lines, therefore they are consistent. Okay, then the second part is 2x minus 3y is equal to 8. Then 4x minus 6y is equal to 9. See here again, let's see, A1 and A2 is 2 by 4, okay, and B1 and B2 is minus 3 by minus 6. Here again I can cancel minus and minus sign. Divide these numbers by a common number, right? 2 is the common number which I can use to divide both. So, here 1 2s are 2, this is 2 2s are 4. Here again I can divide it by 3, a common number. So here 1 3s are 3, this is 2 3s are 6. So anyway, since they both are equal to one another, let's try out the third one also, C1 and C2. It is 8 and 9. Can I divide both the numbers by any common number? No, I cannot do. So it means that there is no way that it can be equal to the other two terms. So here this says that 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is not equal to 8 by 9. Okay, so here let's write it this way. 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is not equal to 8 by 9, which says that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2, which will form parallel lines. When it form parallel lines, it does not meet anywhere, so it will not have any solution. It means that they will be inconsistent. So these equations are inconsistent. Got it? The next part is 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y is equal to 7. Then 9x minus 10y is equal to 14. See here, this equation is in the fraction form. So how will we go about it? See, listen carefully. See, when this is A1 and this is A2 and this is in fractional term, what you do is you take the denominator and move it to the A2 part. See here, like this, 3 by 2. Okay, this will be A1 now, this will be A2 now. So again you have an A2 in the second equation. What will you do with it? Just write it over here. Okay, this is how it has to be. The denominator will go to A2 along with the original A2. Okay, then again same way, when you write it, this will be 5 by 3 and again this B2 will join this. So this is minus 10. Okay, then again C2 is 7 by 14. Now let's solve this. First of all, 3 by 9 2s are 18. Then again 5 by 3 into minus 10 is minus 30. Then again 7 by 14. Let's see how it gets solved. This is, I can divide it by 3. So it is 1 3s are 3, 6 3s are 18. This is again 1 5s are 5, 6 5s are 30. So minus 6 minus 30. So I can divide it by minus 6. Then this is 1 7s are 7, 2 7s are 14. Are they equal to one another? Let's write it and see. See, 1 by 6. Again you have a minus sign here. Will it, what did I say? It has to move it to the numerator part. So here this becomes 1 by 6. When you see this itself, you are able to say that they are not equal to one another, right? So it means that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. When this itself is not equal to one another, then forget about this. You need not try it and then waste your time on this. So when A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, stop it, and then this is your final answer. Okay, now so then what does this mean? The first one, which says that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, will form intersecting lines, which means that they will meet at one point and they will have a solution there, which means it says that they are consistent. So these equations are said to be consistent. Got it? Now the fourth part, it's 5x minus 3y is equal to 11, then minus 10x plus 6y is equal to minus 22. Let's see, this is A1 and A2, so 5 by minus 10, B1 and B2 is minus 3 by 6. Okay, then again 11 by minus 22, 11 by minus 22. So how will we go about it? Let's solve it. Bring it to the lowest terms. We have to find a common number which I can divide both by. So here this I can divide by 5. Okay, so 1 5s are 5, by 2s are 10. This is minus 10, so minus 2. Here again I can divide it by 3, so minus 1, 1 3s are 3, so this is 2 3s are 6. Then again here I can divide it by 11, so 1 11s are 11, this is minus 2. Okay, so from here what do you understand? This is 1 and minus 2, so I will write it here and show. 1 by minus 2, 1 by minus 1 by 2, and again 1 by minus 2. What do you have to do now? What do you have to do with this? You have to move this minus sign to the numerator. The same minus sign to the numerator. Got it? So it is going to be like this. Minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. What does this say? All are equal to one another. Right? So it means that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Okay, here A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2 will form coincident lines. Okay, then they have infinite number of solutions, which means they are consistent. So these equations are consistent. Now let's do the fifth part. 4 by 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. Then 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. Now I already told you how to go about something which is in fractional form. How do you do it? This will remain as a1, 4. This will go to a2. So by 3. And what will you do with the a2? Actual a2. You have to write this way. Got it? Then again 2 by 3 b1 and b2. Then again 8 by 12 c1 and c2. Let's write it. Let's solve this and write 4 by 3 2s are 6, 2 by 3 8 by 12. Now let's see how we can solve this. I can divide this by 2, right? So this is 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6. I cannot divide it any further, so leave it. This is already in the lowest form, leave it. Now here I can divide this by 2, 4 2s are 8, 6 2s are 12. I can still divide it by 2, right? Both are multiples of 2. So I can still divide it by 2. So I am using 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6. So what does this say? 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3. It says that they are all equal to one another, which means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So as I said earlier, when they are all equal to one another, they will form coincident lines and they will have innumerable solutions or else infinite number of solutions, and then they will be consistent. So these equations are consistent. Okay. Now children, that's all with this sum. Now if you like this video, please like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Then until we meet in the next video, bye bye and happy learning.